Crossed the Line. Written by Bridie Banwell and read by Claudette Evans. He stopped. His eyes rolled, his head jerked. There was a burning sensation in his throat and chest. He fought for control of his twitching muscles and shaking limbs. It seemed every nerve ending in his body was on fire. He feared he may spontaneously combust. He tried to steady his right arm enough to reach for a glass of water on the table in front of him. He desperately needed something cool to quench this raging heat which was burning his insides. His eyes were out of focus, but his mind was functioning as normal. It came to him in a flash. She did this. Stella, his loyal, passionate, loving wife, had poisoned him. No. The silent scream ripped through his brain. How could she? Why would she? I gave her everything. Suddenly, he panicked and tried to control his eyes long enough to look at his wife. Stella stared across the table at her husband with a gaze so cold it froze his heart. Fingers of ice ran along his spine. I know what you're thinking, Steve, she whispered. You think I should be so grateful for the big house, jewels, designer clothes, exotic holidays, and all the other things money can buy. She paused, took a deep breath. I thought you loved me, Steve. You told me having a child would be a big mistake, that our lifestyle would change. You told me pregnancy would ruin my figure. You said a baby would kill off the passion. You could not take to children, and never wanted any of your own. What a shock it was this morning when a visitor arrived on our doorstep. He struggled to get the words out. His tongue was swollen with his throat aflame. He feared this could lead to his death. A low moan escaped his lips. Stella, why would you want to kill me? I love you so much. Help me, please. For months I have been planning this anniversary, wanting everything to be just perfect for you. Everything has been about you for the past 15 years since the day we married. I have been a fool, blinkered, but the scales finally fell from my eyes this morning. When did you plan to tell me you were leaving? During or after dinner? No, Stella, I could never leave you. Believe me, please. Why should I believe the word of an adulterer? I haven't been unfaithful. Liar. Monica, your ex-PA, delighted in telling me you two have been sleeping together for the past 10 months. She is 6 months pregnant with your child. You should have seen her smile with delight as she told me. Every word stabbed at my heart. She lapped up my pain like a cat licks cream. That baby should be mine. You denied me the one thing I always wanted. I long to have a baby of my own, to love and plan for their future. But you denied me the pleasure of motherhood all these years. How could you cheat on me with Monica, that cold-hearted, devious, ugly bitch? What kind of man are you? He was gasping for breath now. The suffering was becoming unbearable. Stella walked towards him and held the glass of cool water to his lips. You crossed the line when you cheated on me. Monica told me you were planning to leave and set up home with her once the baby's born. Sorry to tell you, there's been a change of plan. It was remarkably easy to get hold of the poison and smear a little on the rim of your wine glass. Oh, don't worry, I also have the antidote. I've already sought legal advice. If you go ahead with a divorce, you will also waive goodbye to half your business and assets. I have something here which requires your signature. You don't have a choice if you want to live." Though his eyes, unfocused, couldn't read the words, he gladly signed with the help of his wife. Satisfied, she poured the antidote into a small tumbler and put it to his lips. Just half an hour later, the symptoms eased off and he started to feel much better. He read the document and immediately wrote a cheque and a farewell letter to Monica. Stella walked to the postbox before he could protest it could wait until tomorrow. When she returned, they reheated the food and ate their dinner in silence. Stella shocked herself at the action she had taken. Steve thought he knew his wife so well, and it had nearly cost him his life. She had scared the hell out of him, gaining a new respect in his eyes. He really had no intention of leaving. Stella was beautiful, on the inside as well as out. He had lied to Monica to get her off his back. He knew the vindictive bitch would enjoy spilling the beans to his wife. It was a shock when she told him about the baby. How did that happen? He was always so careful. To be honest, he was selfish and ruthless. There is no room for sentiment in the business world, and he had earned millions. He hadn't wanted to become second in line if a baby came along. He had underestimated her desire to become a mother. It was time he gave her what she really wanted. "We'll give it a damn good try." He relished the thought. When the meal was over, he walked towards her and kissed her cheek. Stella decided she'd made him suffer enough, unless he stepped out of line again, of course. She had shown him he was not the only one who could be ruthless to get what they wanted. "How about an early night? It is our anniversary, after all," she smiled. He gave her a wide grin in return. Together, they ran up the stairs.